The biggest obstacle facing a lot of the new buyers today is lack of a down payment. And the rents, especially in Chicagoland area, they're so high. I see why that, it's hard to save for a down payment. So basically, I'm going to go through all the programs that I have to offer you that can help you get more of your clients approved that don't have a big down payment. So let's get started. The first one I want to go over, or basically I'm going to go over a highlight of the programs we're going to go through. There's a Home Ready program. I won't go through these in detail now. We'll go page by page. There's a Home Ready program. I'll go over the standard FHA or Home Ready program. There's a Home Possible program. This is Home Ready is issued by Fannie Mae. Home Possible is Freddie Mac, and believe it or not, there is some big differences. The Home Possible Advantage, then we're going to go over FHA guidelines. A lot of people don't know these, and if you're a realtor, you need to know these guidelines. You might be passing on clients that you can get closed this year. VA loans, USDA loans, believe it or not, if you're way out in the western suburbs, DeKalb, Sycamore, areas like that, you can get a USDA loan. I'll have some links in the below that you can go and check if that property is eligible. I'm going to go through some grant programs with you, and then there's one little boutique program we have. I'm going to go over that briefly at the end. So let's get started. Our hottest product is this 1% down program. This is a Home Ready program. What Home Ready is, it's for specific areas. I'll say it's all of Illinois. However, there is income limitations. This is one of the biggest factors in this program. So a lot of Cook County doesn't have income restrictions for this loan, but if you're in the collar counties, you might have it. And here's a link that I'll put below that you can do a checkup to see if that property is in those areas, and you can make approximately just shy of $80,000 and so qualify in those collar counties. But a lot of Cook County, they're exempt from it. So here's what it is. If you qualify for this program, you'll see here it's a 97% loan to value, meaning 3% down. Okay, so if you look down here though, here's the big piece of this, because we're saying here it's a 1% down payment. So what are we doing? Right here, lender contribution. Lender contribution. We are giving this client, or we're getting this client, 2% of a contribution from the lender of up to $5,000. So that's basically, they're getting let's assume it, or factor it as like a rebate check at the closing. They're going to be able to use for title fees, escrow setups, and things like that. This is our hottest program. If you don't know about this, you're missing the boat. The issue here, though, is you need a 720 credit score. So let's move on. Here's another program. This is issued by Freddie Mac, and you'll see it right here. Very similar program. However, they only require a 620 credit score. So look at those clients you're sending to IDA. IDA is a 660 credit score. It's only in certain counties. You have the income restrictions. It's a lien on your home for 5 years. This is basically, this client only needs 1% down. We're going to give them the rest, and they need a 620 credit score, and it is for the whole state of Illinois. Let's move on. Home Ready Standard. Home Ready Standard, basically what this is if you, let's say you do not have the 720 credit score. So what are you going to need? You'll need 3% down. So here you'll see it says a 97% loan to value. Again, this is for areas in the lower income section, but again, in most of Cook County, it's exempt. So if you're in Cook County, you make $100,000, you still might qualify for this program. Again, I'll put the link below, and you can check and see if you have an income restriction on the area that you're looking at. The next one is the Home Possible. Again, this is Freddie Mac's version, very similar, and you can go through here. The Freddie Mac version, there's a Home Possible Standard. It's a 620 credit score with a 95 LTV, so meaning you need 5% down. And then again, if you meet that's if you don't meet the income qualifications. You make too much money in an area that will not allow you to qualify for the 1% down or the 3% down. You're going to fit into this category here. However, if you're in those areas where the income isn't too much, you can fit, again, 97% loan to value, meaning 3% of a down payment. We'll go to the next program. FHA. I'm going to show you the lender that you might be using, or a lot of clients that might be watching this. If you called several banks, you're probably going to get turned away if you have a credit score under 600 or 620. These are my programs. I can go down to a 500. You will, however, need 10% down. Believe it or not, we do a lot of these. If you have a 580 credit score, not a 600, not a 620, not a 640, a 580, we can go with a 3.5% down payment. So again, 500 credit scores can get you in with 10% down, 580 with 3.5% down. To the next slide, we're looking at VA. VA is awesome. One of the things you should ask your client when you meet with them, are they eligible for a VA mortgage? Let's go through these credit scores. 500. Now you tell me how many of your clients are going to call a bank and tell them they have a 520 or a 530 or a 550 credit score. I can almost guarantee you that 90% of those clients are going to get turned away or send a denial letter. So remember in here, this is 100% financing. There is no monthly PMI, saving you huge amounts of money on your payments. So again, 500 credit score. There you go right there. So if you have any clients that fit in that category, let me know. I'd love to help. USDA, believe it or not, like I said, if you're out in the far western suburbs, USDA loan this is phenomenal. It is, well, let's go through here. 500 credit score again. Okay. 100% financing, no MI at all. Period. Amazing program. This could save you a lot of money on your payments. That are based on, when you add the PMI in a lot of these things, it might be 100, 150 bucks. Think of that over a 10-year, 15-year, 30-year time period. Huge amount of money being saved. We're going to go to the next one. These are some grant programs that we have available to us. These actually are far and above better than the IDA programs. They start with a 620 credit score. You can do it with FHA, VA, conventional. There is a power purchase. This is very similar to the 1% down program, but if you don't fit into those categories, we're going to look at putting you into a power purchase program, 620 credit score. But let's go over here. These qualify you with a 620 credit score. You have to make sure that you don't make too much money. Your monthly income is a big factor in a lot of these programs. And again, the link will be below, but it will give you up to 4.5% of the loan amount as basically it's a grant, but it's a forgivable grant. You do not have to make payments. It is not a lien on your property. You don't have to worry. It's just free money given to you at closing. Here's it on the FHA guidelines. Here is your conventional guidelines. You can get 4%. You can even get up to 5% of the loan amount to use as a grant that's forgivable at the time of closing. Again, any of these programs, if you see something in here that we can help a client, please reach out to me. Let me know. I'll be accessible pretty much within 24 hours to help you and all your clients. You can also, I'll put a link below. They can click below and apply right online. The Within Reach grant, this is the basic criteria of that. Basically what it is it's a 620 credit score, 50% debt ratio, and again, you have the income limits. If you're in Illinois making less than $80,000, you should be in one of these programs. Realtors, make sure you get them into one of these programs. You're leveraging these interest rates and these programs with the client's cash. Just think, let's say this can save them from bringing $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to closing. They're getting into a new house. They're going to need drapes, towels, pictures, dishes. They're going to need a lot of things. Let's let them use that money for things like that instead of bringing it to the closing. The Within Reach grant for conventional loans, and you can go through here. Again, it's a 620 credit score. It can give you up to 5% of the down payment as a grant, forgivable right when you walk out the door. This is a Peak Plus, and I'm not going to go over this in great detail. If you want to go through this, or you want to pause this, or you want to print this out, be welcome to do that. We don't do a lot of these, but it is a program that we have available to us with credit scores down to 600. It goes to purchases at 95% loan to value. Again, you need a 760 credit score. That's up there. That can go to $1.5 million. So this is kind of a boutique program that we have available to us. The standard conventional guidelines, I have not yet changed the loan limit, but the loan limit has just changed pretty much across the board, and it is now $453,100. But this is just going over the basic guidelines. With this 620 credit score, you can get 95% loan to value, again up to the $453,000. It's a primary unit, and then it gives you each one based on the number of units, second home, non-owner occupied, and so forth. So that gives you that criteria. Here's my information. If any of this clicks, or if you'd like me to come out to your real estate office and speak with all your realtors, you're probably losing a lot of sales because you don't have the leverage of these programs. I would love to help. Here's the best way to get me. You can call me at 630-338-1160. Visit me on the web at themortgageupdate.net. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me pretty much anywhere on the web. I've been doing this for almost 30 years. I'd love to help. So look forward. Please don't forget to subscribe below so you can get more of these videos. But thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to helping you and your clients in the future.